I have been working with the durational performance for quite over decades, but for real, to experiencing as a group together for 1 month in this residency is quite meaningful for me. It's my precious moment.
Time is different here.
The experience of being here and sort of it isn't overwhelming in a diminishing way, but it is like a filling up of all the spaces. So you feel full. We forget, breathe, to be here and to calm down this body in a way that is helpful and hopeful. What I discovered while working here is a practice. So it's not a way to solve a performance, but a way to be in the situation of making my art.
I come from working a lot with performers and dancers, but me rather being behind the camera or behind the project. And this time, for many different reasons, I thought it would be a good moment to, I wouldn't say perform myself, but to express myself differently and to make my body and myself visible in front of the camera. So in that sense, the residence here was a huge shift in my work.
What I expect of my body in a site, what I expect of my body in relationship to time, these are questions I think that are going to nourish me for a very, very long time.
The workshops were strenuous in the sense of where we put our attention, but we were always nourished after that workshop by these home-cooked meals that gave us another sense of being cared for.
Some things like the ones that Raegan is proposing, like for a practice, for a short practice, are the things that I'm always wishing for.
It gives you a lot of information, these workshops. And the most important thing for me is that we do it together, because then you are creating a field and everyone is doing the same activity, the same practice in his own field, and all these fields are connecting together. So that is really uplifting for your own personal experience.
For me, on duration allows for a deeper listening, a remembering that I am time. We are generally using the language of time to, in a way of othering time, and I'm interested in forgetting that separation and being with and in and of and as time.
I've been feeling that very disruptive somehow, because I want to do a lot, but this is not about doing much. It's about being deep in our practice.
The sound field is now everywhere. It's extremely loud, taking over everything.
What really stood out for me was Raegan's facilitation with the reflection and what a critique of your practice or processes or resolved work can even be. And they really they expanded that notion for me of what a reflection is about someone's work. we spent a whole day. It was a whole journey of reflecting on people's work, but not in the conventional critique setting of subjective, objective perspective. It was playful, it was creative, and it was breathable.
I fear that this is a little bit like the experience of a random flight in first class, that after that it ruins you, and economy is just so bad by comparison. Because it feels like such just an extraordinarily thoughtful arrangement of people and the place and the relationships that are being established.
At some point, I will have words for the deep experiences I've been having here, but I just don't have them yet.
It's a lot of information about how deep my practice can be.